So thank you to Aaron for liking the poem enough. And yeah, it's a funny one. People tend to like this poem more than the other ones. But it's one of the only kind of like overtly personal poems in it. So maybe I should do that more instead of writing about dead actresses. But this is July 7th. The night I try to kill myself, Pope Francis is in Ecuador, praising its singular beauty, while I alone from the bridge see the night in two colors and imagine that I am one of them, reflected in the river below. He speaks of Galapagos, of rainforests, of thanking God for wonders that we could only hope to destroy. Mid-speech, the wind whips his white skull cap away, and for once it seems he is ordinary after all. Bald-headed, almost a father, the church a gentle thing in his pocket. My own life hangs over me like a rosary bead. I feel myself in my mother's hands, in prayer, and turning over back to the street, think that I will call her tomorrow. So it's actually kind of like hard to pick poems to read from this because it feels like so long ago now, especially the year that we've had since. This next poem is an ekphrastic response to a paparazzi photo of Soko sucking on Kristen Stewart's fingers, aptly titled Soko Sucking on Kristen's Fingers 2016. Hands on the window, she wears the red like a challenge, all dotted up in the parking lot. I hadn't washed my hair that morning, just tousled it on my way out to meet her, curls wet, tucked neat into a baseball cap. I can't even see her eyes, my own face in the frames, suspended there between smoke breaks and grease. When she takes my finger in her mouth, it feels like I'm being fed. I hold her tight by the nail of my thumb and let her wash over me pink. Cheeks fill fast, counting the white polka dots on her blouse until it all blurs, or turns into my open mouth, or the sun disk of my reflection, or all the buttons I've ever undone, or her becoming the endless pattern, or her in the doorway of our bedroom, or thick cream left in the fridge to spoil, or skin left wrinkling in the bath, or the towel peeled open, discarded, or fresh sheets screaming on the floor, or her small breasts hanging over me, or a second of breath before laughter, or sitting on the edge of the mattress afterwards, bridal roses unfurling from my chest, the vines whispering, hello, I love you. Is it enough to make time slow down until we are just this, committed onto canvas, messy, half asleep, sitting in my car and reaching. Always awkward when you have to take the water break on Zoom. So this next one I'm going to read is about the author Jackie Suzanne. I found this blog post that kind of catalogued all her rumored lesbian affairs, and I don't know how well sourced it was, but these really interesting tidbits of these supposed relationships. So it's kind of a cataloguing of that. The Many Loves of Jackie Suzanne. At 14, Jackie looks up the word lesbian at the library and sees a photo of herself, as in dreams, holding Molly close and dancing. That summer, Molly is the only breeze, cool, shifting. Jackie spends her first Broadway payslip on a gift for Margalo. Despite getting married, customary tradition for lesbians, she moves into Margalo's apartment until Margalo decides that this is a bit much, and Jackie buys a nicer dress, gives it to Helen. Helen keeps it unworn forever. At the Stork Club, Jackie sells a date and picks up a nice housewife from the Bronx. She signs every letter, your biggest fan. Jackie tucks the letters into her bedside table, pulls out a notebook and writes the incomparable Hildegard in huge letters over and over again, loses her breath at the sight of a habit. Tell me, sister, do you sing? Wearing a suit Coco gifted her in Europe, Jackie buys lovebirds for Joyce and ties them around her wrist. At the hotel, they sign in as Billy and Irving. Wearing their husbands' shirts, they laugh and call each other cunts, just like home. And at home, Ethel throws a glass of wine at her, Jackie screaming, I love you, as they drag her away. But Carol was always soft in tight-fitting sweaters and looking hungry like Jackie for a few more golden minutes. So why not fuck for a while on Broadway, with their rings stacked high as a reminder never to get married again? Jackie doesn't mind that Carol's hair is fake, and Carol doesn't mind that Jackie is a terrible actress. They swap pills and fall asleep for days, only waking to tell each other how miserable they are. Jackie tells Carol that the women she's loved have never loved her back, but her husband doesn't love her either, and God knows she doesn't love him, so what else is there to do? Let's not die too soon, Carol says. We have a show tomorrow. So I'm gonna read one last one. So this is called I Wake Up Screaming, Director's Cut, and it's splicing up lines from the script of the 1941 film of the same name, and then interspersed with original work. Pick it up when you met her for the first time in that lunchroom on 8th Avenue. The small anger of her waist. I can wrap my arms full around her. I'm wasting my time just being an ordinary waitress. Just take me away. I wish you had seen me. I was magnificent. What should I say now? I'll be around for you first thing in the morning. I'll be waiting for you. Don't hold my hand, squeeze it, glamorize me. If you lose your looks, you've lost your bankroll. I'm not having any fun. It used to sound like thunder. I roll over, we shoot. Let's go back now, shall we? Everything is dirty but uncomplicated. Say, you're wonderful. You know, I think I'll carry you around just for laughs. And if I kiss you, go ahead, you're an actor. Oh, I forgot this was make-believe. Why am I still so sad when I go home? Don't be nervous. I thought you might possibly be lonely too. I never thought of that. I feel like dancing now. I can't hear the wind outside like I used to. It's all white noise. I turn the TV on to sleep. I take his shoes off. I rub his feet a while. I tried to drown myself in the bath again. I threw the dishes in and watched the chicken bones float. I hope you don't mind my breaking in on you like this. Some scream, a few faint, some light a cigarette. The blood is always thicker than I expect. Shouting, indistinct. The sun was out today. Shouting continues. Most married men have a hunted look anyway. I drove them all mad until I went mad myself.